get started. For those of you who are watching the recording on YouTube, my name is Margie Remmers-Davis. I'm the founder and CEO of Acadian Accounting Education. Normally I have a little sign right here that says Acadian. I was just telling Joel that if we travel like this and do more of these, then we need to like bring a sign so that I always have like, you know who I am. So anyway, but the thing I hate about Zoom is I cannot see where I am on the screen. So I don't know if I'm blocking anything. And let me open up the chat again. And then when I screen share, my chat disappears. Okay, so here's my chat. So if I need to move my head well, I don't even know if I can. I'm in the top upright corner. So, okay. All right. Well, anyway, so yes, so I am Margie Remmers-Davis, founder and CEO of Acadian Accounting Education, and this is Locker Room Live. I just started calling it that. I think it's a cool name, Locker Room Live. It is our weekly live stream inside our free Facebook group called the QBO Gym Locker Room. Inside the locker room, this is your spot for hands-on practice using QuickBooks Online. It's all about hands-on practice. Hands-on, hands-on, hands-on. That's all we do all day long because I am all about learning by doing. So, this is your spot for it. If as a member of the locker room, you get a free QBO QuickStart course, teaches you all about how to get your free QuickBooks Online accountant account, how it's different than the regular business subscriptions and how to navigate it, how to like basic terminology and workflows, all that good stuff in your QBO QuickStart course. And if you did not get that when we emailed it to you, this is why we ask for your email when you sign up for the locker room. We emailed you your course. If you didn't get it, make sure that you write to us at support@acadian.com. That's AKADIAN. So we can take a look. Also, we end up in spam, or you typed your email address wrong, or like all sorts of things could happen. So like we want to make sure you get your free course. Also, as a member of the locker room, you get over 100 free exercises. People are always asking where to find the free exercises. They are in the featured section. So if you're in the Facebook group, there should be a tile that says featured. And then there's a thing here that says welcome to the locker room, over 100 free exercises. So in this post, there's a link to all of the exercises. And that is, by the way, also it was also emailed to you. Like you got an email that said welcome to the locker room, and it had a link to the free exercises, and it had your link to your course and like all that good stuff. So make sure that you have that. You can also find that featured section here across the top where it says featured. And then if you're on your phone, sometimes you have to hit the little hamburger up in the upper left hand corner. All right, so that's how you get your free exercises. Also, as a member of the locker room, you get to participate in the Locker Room Live, free live streams that happen every Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And by being on live, you get to interact with me. You get to ask questions. You get to like give your comments and like all that good stuff. So way better to be live. And you get the link to the exercise of the week, which is what we are going to be going over in just a few minutes. I will let the cat out of the bag. You guys those of you who are watching live, you already know because we announced it in email. We also posted it in the group that today we are talking about Shopify, which is a huge, like this has been a huge request of people. So I'm excited to like finally bring this to you. But so the exercise of the week is part of our paid subscription product called the QBO Gym. So everything that I've just described to you, the locker room, QuickStart course, 100 free exercises, is all free. the live stream, all free, but we do have other products that you pay for. One of them is the QBO Gym. The QBO Gym is a simulated practice being a bookkeeper. So if you have ever said to yourself, oh, like I got certified, but I still don't know what I'm doing, or I can't get experience without a job and I can't get a job without experience, or I wish that I could be an intern with, with somebody, or I could just shadow. Can I just what is it actually like to be a bookkeeper? Well, that is what the QBO Gym is. You get to be the bookkeeper for a fictitious business owner for an entire year. And during that year, all sorts of things happen to the business owner. Um, all sorts of things happen to the business owner that you have to record. If you've ever wanted to be a bookkeeper, like you can join the QBO Gym, you can be a bookkeeper for a fictitious business owner. It doesn't take an entire year. It takes about 42 real-time hours to get a whole year's worth of experience. At the end, you get a certificate. By the way, big announcement I forgot to mention. The certificates have been updated to Acadian. So we switched over. We were formerly Fast and Easy QBO, and we switched names back in November. It's been taking a while for the technology and the design and all of that good stuff, but the certificates have now been updated, and it should work that if you go to, like when we emailed you your certificate the first time, those of you who finished the year, and now there's one available for year 2 also. So when you finished the year and we emailed you your certificate, that same link, if you just still have that email, that same link, just click it and it should be now the updated certificate. So if you have any problems with that, then write to us, support@acadian.com. But woohoo! So anyway, it takes about 42 real-time hours to get a year's worth of experience using QuickBooks Online to do the books for our fictitious business owner for an entire year. There's also a second year that is a little bit more challenging. And I forgot to pull up the thing. Here, let me stop the screen share for a minute and see if I can. I'm curious to know if Joel got on the call, because Joel usually, when I'm talking about the gym, Joel usually puts in the link for the gym. So I'm not seeing him put in the link. So I'm not sure. I hope that he's like upstairs in the Airbnb. Because if he were in the same room with me, we would like get feedback on that, and there's a slight delay and like all that good stuff. Okay. So I forgot to pull up Booksmatch. Let's see. Which login do I want to use to show you Booksmatch? So everything in everything in the QBO Gym is tied to Booksmatch. Booksmatch is our proprietary dashboard where we track all of your statistics for all of the upskilling that you do in the QBO Gym. Let's see. Jim is asking, if you complete the first year before one full year, do you pay for a second year before attempting the second year of the gym certification? No. The answer to that is no. The gym is a monthly or annual subscription. So you have the subscription. While you have the subscription, you can go through the gym. You can go through it as quickly or as slowly as possible, and you're just paying monthly access to use it. It's not related to like the unlocking of the different months. The reason for that is going to become clear in just a second when I do this. Okay, so let me share my screen again. and then I will lose the chat again. Oh my gosh. All right. Zoom is just not my favorite. Okay. Oh my gosh, Kevin. Okay. Okay, Kevin, I'm gonna say that to everybody in a minute. Are there videos to all the exercise like in the 5-day challenge? Yes. It's all the same. Suzanne is asking about the 5-day. So there is a 5-day challenge that you can try out the gym for the first month. Okay. Maxine, I'm happy to have your note taker, but again, I can't have it showing up. Okay. So Suzanne is asking about the videos. I'll show you that actually in just a minute. Let me just finish talking about Booksmatch for a minute. So Booksmatch, we put all of your statistics. If you are in the QBO gym and you're working, then you can show off your statistics to the world. We set it up initially like just to show off you guys, and then we're like, well, we can show this off to the world and like help you guys get recognized as bookkeepers. Booksmatch is an opportunity to, if you are working in the gym, then we can show you off to the world. There's a little toggle where you can say if you're open to work, then we put you in the talent finder and recruiters can find you. Here we have William, who I believe has been our top ranked person now for 3 weeks in a row. That's kind of amazing. So Booksmatch, everyone gets a Booksmatch dashboard. You don't have to pay for anything. If you just have any of our courses, including the free QBO QuickStart course, then everyone gets a Booksmatch dashboard. That's how you access your courses. But if you are subscribed to the gym, then you get all of this juicy stuff on the right-hand side that shows what skills you have confirmed. And we measure 3 very specific things. We measure, number 1, your knowledge, which is the breadth of knowledge that you have, all of the skills that you have accumulated during the course of your membership in the gym from the day you started. And that's your knowledge rating right here. But we don't want to put brand new people at a disadvantage. Some people have been with us since the very beginning, and so they're naturally going to have a lot of skills earned. And so we want to reward people who are brand new but are working fast and kicking butt. And that's why we have this speed, the speed ranking. The speed is not how fast you get through an exercise, but how many skills you accumulate in a week's amount of time. So people who are brand new can be ranked just as high as somebody who's been in for a long time. And then the third measurement, which is actually the one we look at the most, and it's the reason we're here today, is consistency. We worked with a recruiter to help develop this dashboard, and she said that her number 1 frustration was when she was reaching out to people and finding out that they weren't actually looking anymore, that they'd actually gotten a job or that they were, on vacation or like whatever. And so she wanted us to put in like a little check mark where it asked every week, it asked you like, are you still looking? Are you still looking? Are you still looking? And we thought that every week was a little excessive, number 1. So we make it every 2 weeks. And then the second thing is that we were like, well, instead of having them do a checkbox, why don't we make them do an exercise, keep their consistency high? And so that's why we have the exercise of the week. But the added advantage is we have an exercise every week that we can share with you guys on the live stream. So that's why we're here, to go over the exercise of the week. The exercise of the week is a separate course actually from the QBO Gym. It's unlocked when you get 250 points in the QBO Gym. And if you want to check your points, you can click here. The little drawer down at the bottom will tell you the total points. Everything in the gym is gamified, so it's kind of like we had one person say that it felt like, what did she say? It felt like she was in a casino and she was winning all the time, because there's all these like dings and bells and woohoos and like all this stuff. And so you earn points. These points are different than the skill points that you see in Booksmatch. But these points, and I'm an admin, so I get 0 points. But this is how you know when you're in the gym how many points you have and whether the exercise a week is unlocked. Okay. So the exercise of the week, we have it there, so that we have an exercise every week. We go over it, you get the link to the exercise just by, you don't even have to have a subscription to the gym. You don't have to have 250 points. All you have to do is come live to the live stream, and you get the exercise, and we work through it together. And that's what we're going to do right now, finally. All right. So the other disadvantage of Zoom is that I cannot see what you see. So I don't know, like, I just made the screen bigger because I felt like you needed to see it bigger, but I can't actually see what you see. So hopefully that's good in the right spot. Okay, so let's do our exercise of the week. I just remembered there's something else. Oh, I think I'll remember to cover that later. Okay. Get a phone and log in so you can see what we see. Aha! Interesting. Or get different technology that's not Zoom. That's interesting. That's an interesting idea. Just have any other device. I mean, a phone is kind of tiny. I don't know who would ever do this on the phone, but we have tons of students that do all of our courses on the phone. I don't know, like, you guys must be way younger than me and have way better eyes. I don't know. Okay, William is asking about year 3. There is no year 3. That is correct. There are only 2 years of the gym plus the weekly exercises. That's it. So yes, that is how you keep your Booksmatch points updated. Okay, so today we are going to learn about recording Shopify transactions. Woohoo! Now, this exercise, I'm so excited to share with you. Joel, could you also post the link to the gym and the gym challenge? Yes, Lori. Yes, we know. So I'm super excited about this today, okay? Because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. As you know, or you may know, Veronica Wasek with 5-Minute Bookkeeping created a course. She used to be actually, I'm going to take off screen share because I want to talk to you, just you and me like this. Okay. So Veronica Wasek of 5-Minute Bookkeeping, she's an amazing instructor. She's an amazing YouTube channel. She kind of created, she became the go-to person for e-commerce bookkeeping. She was the e-commerce lady before everyone did e-commerce. And then she specialized to Shopify because she said that there were too many e-commerce platforms and there was too much to know. And so she just honed in on Shopify. Then last year, or a year and a half ago, something like that, she started a new agency, bookkeeping agency, specifically for Shopify. It's called Mavency, Mavency. They are a bookkeeping firm dedicated to Shopify. Then Veronica sold her portion of Mavency to the other founder, the other two ladies that were running it. So it was three of them at first. Veronica since sold her share. So Veronica is no longer with Mavency, and Mavency held on to Shopify. Held on to their Shopify course. So Veronica had created a Shopify course, and Mavency held on to it. So Veronica is still the teacher of this course, but she's no longer with Mavency. But anyway, so Mavency has a course specifically designed to teach you all of the Shopify ins and outs, and like how to be a Shopify bookkeeper. Okay. So today what we're going to do is we're just going to do it's so big, guys. It's so big. There's no way that I could cover all of this in, a single live stream. And we're not going to create a course immediately because Mavency already has a course. So what we're going to do today is just one tiny sliver of the big picture. Okay. So I'm going to point you to some resources that can, if you guys want to pursue this more, then I'm going to point you to some Mavency resources, YouTube resources to get this. Okay. But there's two things that we have been talking about for like the last while that you need to know, you need to wrap your head around in order for this exercise that we're going to go through to make sense. Okay. So the first thing is clearing accounts. Was it 2 weeks ago that we had an exercise? We did an exercise all about clearing accounts. What are clearing accounts? Why do we use clearing accounts? Clearing accounts have a natural balance of zero. The idea is that they're just a holding place. And one of the key reasons that we use clearing accounts is when money comes in and then comes out at a different rate. Okay, so if money were coming to your business owner, if your business owner, let's say, made $100 and that $100 was immediately deposited into the checking account, just boom, boom, no need for a clearing account. Okay, if there's some kind of in-between thing, undeposited funds is a clearing account. It's a temporary holding place. Okay. It's a temporary holding place. Money comes in, gets added up together, and then the full amount gets deposited. And it's that deposit that gets matched to the bank feed. Okay. Undeposited funds is a clearing account, but you have to set up a clearing account for other payment methods that take fees out. So the lesson we did a couple weeks ago, I don't know when it was, a couple weeks ago, we did an exercise on PayPal. And we talked about how money comes into PayPal, PayPal takes out a fee, and then the total amount in the clearing account goes into the bank account. Okay, so that clearing account is just that temporary holding area, and you set up PayPal. You can I showed you how to set it up as a bank account. A lot of people do that. You could also set it up as an other current asset, and which is what Veronica does. But anyway, it doesn't matter. What matters is that it's an asset that you set up, money flows into, money comes out of, and then a portion of it goes into the deposit. Okay, so when you are an e-commerce seller, Shopify or anything else, you have all these different payment methods, and you have to set up a clearing account for all of those different payment methods. Okay. So that's the one thing you need to understand is clearing accounts. Okay. The second thing you really need to understand, we'll talk about this a little bit more, but I can't do the whole live stream today on this, is debits and credits. Okay, because we're going to create a journal entry and you need to understand the debits and credits of the journal entry. Okay, if you need help understanding clearing accounts, everything I just said, if you need help understanding debits and credits, then our course, the Bookkeeping Accelerator, is what you're looking for. Okay, the Bookkeeping Accelerator, newly released. We released it less than a month ago, and we released it because there was such a high demand for people to know the deep foundational level accounting stuff when they're doing bookkeeping, because there's a million bookkeeping courses out there. But all of those bookkeeping courses, they just tell you like the surface level, like just the clicking buttons and making categorizations level of bookkeeping. And what we realized as we were talking to accountants is that there is this huge need for bookkeepers to go deeper, to know at a deeper level, more thorough knowledge of accounting principles and how it actually works underneath. So anyway, so that's why we released the accelerator. It's not done yet, so we released it early at a huge discount because I can't in good conscience sell a course that's, for full price when it's not finished. But anyway, so yes. All right, Chris, yes, I'm gonna show you the answer to that question. And I have to laugh because, so Chris asked in the chat, it's the other thing about Zoom that I don't like is I can't like, I don't think there's a way for me to like highlight a comment so everybody can see it like on my screen. But anyway, Chris says, do you set up a clearing account for each type of payment method, Spotify, PayPal, etc.? And then Uyi corrected her and said it's Shopify, not Spotify. I can't tell you how many times I typed while I was preparing this. I can't tell you how many times I typed the word Spotify and had to correct it to Shopify. So it's not just you, Chris. It's not just you, Chris. All right. So anyway, so yes, you set up a clearing account for each of those, and Veronica does that here. All right, so let's screen share and like let's actually do this. I always talk so much. Let's actually do it. Okay. All righty. All right, so we should be able to see this now. Okay, so here's our scenario. Craig has sold some goods online via Shopify. You will need to set up the correct accounts in the chart of accounts and record the Shopify income. Let's see how it's done. Oh, I forgot I closed the chat. Now I can't see it anymore. Okay. So as I mentioned, this exercise is a companion walkthrough of step 1 of Veronica Wasick's video, Record Shopify Sales and Fees in QuickBooks Online in 3 steps. So I've given you the link to watch the full video. Joel can post that in the chat too, so you have it. I recommend that you watch the whole thing because she talks about how like when you would want to use this. This is a very simple manual method, and you really only want to use it in certain circumstances. If you have a high volume of sales, then you probably want to connect it via an app. She recommends an app called A2K, and she feels like that's the best. And in the course, actually, they teach you A2K as well as Shopify and all that. Anyway, so this is going to be the manual method for simple. Oh, A2X. Thank you, Uyi. A2X. And look, see, Uyi just here. Uyi, by the way, is an e-commerce bookkeeper too. So like she's I should have had her like teach, I should have had you teach this whole course, do this whole live stream. Anyway, all right. So it's A2X. Anyway, so Veronica recommends using that, and she talks about like what to connect and what not to connect. She talks in the video about like inventory, how you don't want to use the QBO inventory. You want to use the Shopify or what something else inventory. Anyway, so watch the video because that's going to give you like the full picture. Plus, I'm only going to go over the first of the 3 steps. So the video is called Record Shopify Sales. Joel, okay. Oh, shoot. Joel, that's not the link to the original video. I gave you the wrong one. Oops, that's the link to the course. All right, but anyway, you have this here, so you can click here to watch the whole video. Anyways, okay. So in the video, Veronica talks about the Shopify bookkeeping blueprint, and in the description of the video, she has a link to get that. That is no longer available. So, that's no longer available, but we're going to give you like the stuff that you need. Like in this exercise, we're going to give you the stuff that you need. Well, some of it that would otherwise be in there. But here's also the link to the full course. And I want to point out is that if you scroll down to, and it's kind of hidden, like if I were running their website, I might do a little bit differently, but it's kind of hidden. If you scroll down to like 3/4 of the page down, maybe more, there's a section that says course curriculum. And in the course curriculum, you can open up, like, see how there's like these these little arrows. And there are some of the lessons have a free preview. So you can watch actually some of the lessons from the course if you go to their website. The recording for today will be available. Yes. Okay, so that's all. That's just background. Veronica, Maven C, YouTube video, get their full course. If this is a thing you want to pursue for Reels, then do that. But otherwise, we're just going to walk through the first part of the exercise. Okay. So first thing that we're going to do is we are going to load the sample company. And we have a cute little trick. Joel can put this in the sample company also. Acadian.com/QBOA will take you to the accountant's version of the sample company. You want to make sure that you're logged out of your own. If you're in your own accounting, QBO accountant version right now, you can just click the gear icon and then select sample company. Then it will say, do you want to log out? And you'll say yes. Okay. Or you can use our link right here, verify that you're not a robot, because there's more and more of those today. And so here we are in the sample company. Okay. All right. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to update the chart of accounts to because you'll need several accounts. So remember I said with a clearing account, you have money coming in, then you have fees that come out, and then you have the deposit. Okay, so her video, those three steps: the money that comes in, the fees that come out, and the deposit. That's what these 3 steps are in her video. But in Shopify, you have the sales that you have to record, as well as the payments on those sales that you have to record. So you have to have kind of 2 categories of accounts in your chart of accounts. You have to have sales transactions, which are here. Gift card liability is not really a sales transaction, but I put it in here. And then you have your payments accounts. And she has, in her video, she has a manual clearing account. That term comes from Shopify. I don't really know what that means. PayPal, if on Shopify you're accepting PayPal. They also have an Affirm, which I think is like an installments type payment method. I'm not sure. They can have Shopify payments, so like installments or collect money directly through Shopify. And then you'll need an overall Shopify clearing account. And we'll talk about why that is in just a minute. Okay. All right. So I have created Affirm as a payment processor, just like PayPal. Okay. One of these is manual clearing will be for cash or e-transfer. See, I should have told you I should have had you teach this. Okay. So the it also lets you split your payments interest free. Okay, so Affirm. Like we should look into Affirm. I know that people are frequently asking us here at Acadian to do something like that. And we offer Klarna and Afterpay. Yeah, Klarna and Afterpay. But I wonder if we could set up Affirm if it allows you to do that. I don't know. All right. So we have provided you with a file right here. So you want to click this file so that you can, we're going to import it into your chart of accounts to create all of these accounts, because we'd be here all day if we had to manually, put them all in. Okay. So you're going to click here to download the file. Note that this file is for the purposes of this exercise only. While it may be helpful, it's not intended for general use with real Shopify clients. Okay. I don't know why the link would not be working for you. Several people said that. So here is the link in the chat. I don't know why it wouldn't work. I actually tested it. So this is Chrome. When I tested it earlier, it was not working for me in Safari, but it was working in Chrome. I don't know what to tell you. It works in Edge. So yeah. Anyway, I put the link in the chat too, so you guys can access it there. Wonder if you have to click this little thing. Did that download it? Nope, that didn't download. I don't know why it's not. I don't know why that's not working. Okay. So, also I need to turn off. Hold on one second. I need to turn off. Oh, okay. I guess it is off. I kept seeing all these comments, and I don't want you guys to leave comments here because then they get lost. Okay. All right, so let's walk through the exercise. Dun, dun, dun. So we gave you the training file. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Now we're gonna get ready. We're gonna actually do the exercise. So you'll notice that I have on my mine right here a little button that says Guide Me. The reason that it says Guide Me is because I have loaded a Google Chrome extension called Scribe. Scribe is how we create all of our exercises. You can go to your Google Chrome store and load it. It looks like this, Scribe AI documentation. And when you, did I just lose my page? No. Okay. So when you have that extension loaded and only works with Google Chrome or anything that uses a Google Chrome extension, then when you're doing your exercises, it will say, you'll have this little Guide Me button. this little guide me button when I click this, and I have my sample company already loaded. When I click it and then I confirm, magic happens. And here I am. It'll have this is called the sidekick, and it'll have the exercise. It'll have the exercise on the right-hand side. Okay, so for some reason it says guide me is on. We don't want that. I don't like to have that on because that just shows me one step at a time. I can drag this to make it a little bigger, and then I can go back to where I was. All right, so we're now doing the exercise for realsies, guys. Okay, for realsies, we're doing the exercise. So we're going to go to accountant tool. Basically, we're just going to import this file into the chart of accounts. There's a number of places you can do that. This exercise was written by going to accountant tools and then chart of accounts. Rose says, Margie, you always make me smile with your comments and facial expressions. I am an animated person. All right, so Tara is saying it opens in numbers for me on my Mac. Okay, yeah, you shouldn't have to open the file. You should just have downloaded it. So if you're on your Mac, you want to go to export as CSV, but you shouldn't have to do that. Like, it downloaded it somewhere. I don't know how these things work. Okay, so we're in the chart of accounts. For realsies is only a term that you can use when you're doing a live stream and you talk too much. Okay. So we're going to accountant tools. So we clicked on chart of accounts, and now we're going to click the arrow next to the new button and click import. There it is. Tara found it in her downloads. So everybody look in your downloads. That's exactly where it should go, is in your downloads. So maybe I'll just add that note to the exercise. Check your downloads after you click this file. Actually, I do say later in the exercise. Well, here I am right here. It says, so we clicked import, click browse, then select the file you downloaded previously. Okay, so I'm clicking browse. And here is the file, Shopify COA training. Should look like this, W25.8 Shopify COA-training, okay? All right, and then click next. Yes, Rosie, that's exactly it. All right, so whenever you do an import, the first step in every import is to check the fields, okay? So the fields are the column headings, comparing the column headings to the fields that they are going to be matching up with in QBO, okay? So this is the field in QBO. This is the header, that first column. These are the column headings, okay? And there is no account number, detail type, name. Why is it in this order? I don't know. Detail type, name, and then account type, okay? They all look good. If they didn't look good, there would be a red marker. So I'm going to click next. And then the next thing that you do when you do an import is you look at the data in those fields. Okay, so the first is the fields, which is that column header. The second is the data in that field. All right, Linda, I'm sorry that you can't get the CSV. Like I told somebody else, if you can't get the file, then email support@acadian.com. Don't do it this second, because I have to get it to get the file to Anthony. But we'll have to figure out why. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, it should be working. So the next thing we're doing is we're comparing the data in those fields. So here is this is the actual, again, column. This is the QBO field. This is the data in those fields. everything looks good, everything matches up. If it didn't, there would be like a red notice. So now we're going to click import. Boom. And here is I'm going to close this so you can see it a little bit better. This isn't in the exercise because I forgot, but it's always a good idea to check the chart of accounts. I might have to refresh the screen. Close this again. All right, here's gift card liability. That's one of the ones. Shopify sales tax collected. And okay, here's several of the accounts that I just created. Shopify income is the parent account. These are the sub accounts. Okay, so these are the accounts that were created. All right, so look, I typed A2K in the exercise. I'm going to change it right now. This is one of the things I love about Scribe is that I can change things on the fly. With our old system, I never could do that. Let me find it. Okay, unless you were using an app like A2X, done editing. Okay. So unless you're using an app, I already said this, but I'm just reading it again. Unless you're using an app like A2X, which Veronica recommends to connect to QBO, you will need to manually enter a journal entry at the end of every month. To save time, create a recurring journal entry. So all you need to do is plug in the numbers. Oh my gosh. Chris says the CSV just showed up on my screen about 8 minutes after I clicked the link. How's that for a facial expression? I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know why that happened. Okay, so we're going to create a recurring journal entry. If you don't know what a journal entry is, if you don't know how they work, get the accelerator. Okay, journal entry. Okay. Now, this exercise and Veronica's video, they are assuming that you're going to do this at the end of every month. Okay, so that's what this exercise is. You could do it more frequently. You could do it daily, could do it weekly, but the exercise is monthly. Okay, so what we're going to do is in the journal number field, type Shopify. If you've been around for a while, you know that the journal number is a bad name for it because we always change it to be something more useful. Which, by the way, those of you guys who know about the accelerator and know about the accelerator plus, I just learned the most amazing tip about journal entries. I was like, this is freaking brilliant. Somebody posted it in one of the groups. And I thought to myself, should I rewrite all of my exercises and lessons on journal entries to include this tip? I seriously considered it because the trick is the tip is so brilliant. But then I decided, no, I'm going to add this as a lesson in Accelerator Live because I think that, or not Accelerator Live, Accelerator Plus, because I think that if I said it earlier, it would confuse people. So I'm going to add this brilliant tip to Accelerator Plus. It's going to blow your mind. Those of you who know journal entries and like it's fabulous. Okay. All right. So, all right. So here we go. So we're going to create the journal entry without amounts as shown. Note that the description field corresponds to the sections from the Shopify Finance Summary. I'm going to talk about the Shopify Finance Summary later. Well, actually, let me just say it right now. So in the video, Veronica shows you how to go into Shopify and generate this finance summary. And in this, and you get this, if you're familiar with doing sales summaries from like other POS systems, um, then you know what this is, like a Z tape, Z out type thing. If you're brand new and that goes over your head, don't worry about it. But anyway, it's a finance summary that you're going to print in, that you're going to pull out of Shopify, and you're going to use that to fill in the journal entry. So these categories match that finance summary. Okay. So this is what we're doing. All right. So that's what that is. In parentheses, we show if it's recorded as a debit or a credit. These will make it easier to fill in correctly later. I cannot see this at all. It's too tiny. So I'm going to make it bigger. Okay. What are we doing? Oh, you guys are talking about, oh my gosh, you guys are talking about, see, this is not a big fan of Zoom. Because I get lost. Remember that one day when we had technical issues and I couldn't see the chat at all, and I had to have Joel on the phone to read me the chats? That was our quickest. That was our quickest live stream because I didn't get distracted. And Joel was like, maybe we should do that every time, because I just love you guys so much. And I'm like, oh, I want to hear, I want to talk. This is why I want to do a live event of some kind. This is why, because I miss like being in a room and like, chatting with people and like interacting. And okay, all right, let's fill this out. Let's fill this out. We've got Shopify sales. Shopify sales. And our description is gross sales. You know what I wonder? I wonder if we could import, can we import a recurring journal entry? I wonder if that's a thing. I know you can, um, import in advanced, you can import journal entries. I don't know if you can do it in QBO Plus. You could import the journal entry and then just make it recurring rather than building it all out. We should look into that. All right, so all I'm doing is I'm just copying from this step 13. Who made it step 13? Makes it sound evil. Shopify returns. Debit. Sales tax collected. Taxes. Credit. Gift card liability. You guys know what I'm doing, right? I'm just copying this from this. So gift card liability, gift card sales. So the term gift card sales that I just typed, that is what's on the financial summary. What I'm typing in the description here is what's on the financial summary. So you know how to connect them. And then in the parentheses, you know like where to put it. Okay. I missed one. Sales, discounts, returns. Oh, shipping income. Shipping income. Shipping debit. And I'm just going to move this up here under returns right there. Returns, shipping, sales tax, Gift card liability. Okay, woohoo! We're halfway done. Next is manual clearing. Manual. Let me do another clearing. PayPal clearing. PayPal payments. Standard. Debit. Oh my gosh, so much happening on the chat that I can't even. Oh no. Somebody said no to Joel. What? What is happening? Don't change the live stream. What? Okay. Shipping income is a credit. Somebody asked, is the shipping a debit or credit? It's right here on the thing. Okay, so we did Shopify, PayPal clearing. Now we're going to do Affirm. Shop Pay. Shop Pay. See, this is where I got the idea that it was installments, which I guess is what it is. It says debit on your journal entry. Oh, I see. Thank you. Got it. Thank you. See, I'm glad I can connect with the chat. Okay, and let's see. So we did Affirm. Now we're doing Shopify payments. Shopify payments clearing. Shopify payments debit. And last one, Shopify clearing timing difference. I'll talk about that in just a second. And that is a credit. Phew! All right, mine's done. Mine is done. Let's see. That is so small. It's small it's small for you. Well, I have it over on a big screen here so I can see. All right, let's see. I love the way these do these live streams. I wouldn't change a thing. All right, so you have to click on the title of the event. Okay, I guess, I don't know. People are, okay. Joe, I saw your private message. I please email support, support@acadian.com and we can get you squared away. Let's see. Okay, I think we're all caught up. Like, I don't see any major disaster messages. All right. So now we are going to click make recurring so that we can pull this up anytime. We're going to call this Shopify. That's how we know how to look it up. There are different types of recurring transactions. We have scheduled, which will automatically show up in the books, reminder, which just gives you a reminder that you need to do it, and unscheduled, which means that it's just in the list for you to use whenever you need it, and that's what we are going to do. So we're doing unscheduled. Yeah, we don't want it scheduled. It says here, we will make this unscheduled because it'll be different every time. Yes, that's one of the reasons to make it unscheduled. Okay. All right. And now we're going to click save template. All right. So now I have this cute little picture of Veronica. In the video, Veronica shows you how to download the finance summary in Shopify. In a real life scenario, you will need this in order to complete the journal entry. Okay, let's see. Da, 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 da. All right. All right, so now we're going to grab the recurring journal entry we just created so that we can fill the numbers from the summary. Okay, so we're going to go to recurring transactions right here. Other ways to get to it from the transactions menu on the left nav bar. This is new, by the way. It's new that recurring transactions is here. It used to be that you could only find them under the gear icon. And if you listened to my debut episode on as a guest host on the Unofficial QuickBooks Accountants podcast with Alicia Katz Pollock, we talked about this. We talked about how this recurring transactions location is new and how we love it. Okay, so recurring transactions. Here we go. And here is the one we just created. So in order to use it, now we're going to actually create the journal entry. We're going to click use. All right, so our date is going to be the last date of the previous month. Okay. One thing about these clearing accounts is that like it is kind of crazy and annoying that there's all of this there's all these delays. I do not understand why in the digital age of the World Wide Web there are delays for anything. Like the only delay ever should be like bandwidth. Like if a bunch of people are doing something at one time, like traffic, like I understand that. But when we're talking about like the speed of light and like little electrons traveling in cyberspace, I don't understand why there's ever a delay ever. But there is. So and some of them I have recently learned are like created by the world to like as a money grab. That's a conversation for another time. That's a conversation we can have if we all like get together for dinner or something in Seattle the first week in July. We can talk about that kind of stuff. All right. So we put the last date. The name of the journal entry is let's see. Next one. It's always a good idea. This is your question, Rosie. It's always a good idea to name your journal entries so you can distinguish them later. In the journal entry number field, we're going to type. I don't know why. Didn't I save didn't I save put the name before? Maybe I forgot when I created the when I made it recurring. Maybe I forgot to change the name of the journal entry. So we're going to say December. I don't know why. We shouldn't say December. We should say January Shopify or whatever we're going to do. Or maybe better, 01/25 Shopify. So this step 21, it shouldn't say December. It should say something else. Okay, so here now we're going to put in all of the numbers. These are the numbers. Whew, this one's going to be harder for me to read. These are now the numbers that we're going to put in. I'm going to make it even bigger for me. This is for me, y'all. I should be able to. How come I can't? Oh, that's that one. Oh, here we go. Okay, I can see it now. All right, hopefully you guys can see it. Okay, so so Uyi says, I did save the name, but I noticed when you use recurring journal entries, the journal numbers are dynamic. They change with every use. Yes, that is correct. But I was under the impression that like you could save a journal entry, like say I could say Shopify 1, then the next time I used that journal entry, it would say Shopify 2. Like it recognized what part was a number that it needed to increase and what part was like a name. I thought I had seen that before, but I could be wrong. All right, so let's pop in these numbers. Guys, if you do not understand debits and credits, I've talked about it several times on the live stream. I wish that I hadn't talked so much so that I could talk, so I could give my spiel about debits and credits. Um, it's so important that you understand and that you know this. All right. I don't have time. You're just going to have to, today, you're just going to have to copy it from the exercise. If you don't know debits and credits inside and out, get the accelerator. Um, and it will sink in, I promise. If you don't want, if you can't or don't want to get the accelerator, I have a YouTube video out there, I think, talking about debits and credits, like super important. Okay, so we're going to put 4.3. Is that 4? 3.26. Then we're going to put 96.45. Then we're going to put 206.19. 9077.25. 153. Remember that this is coming directly from that financial, oops. This is coming directly from that, the financial summary that you're getting from Shopify. All right, so 8218. 24644.42. 3746.58. 3746.58. Okay. Oops, I did something wrong. What did I do? Oh, I put that in twice. Okay. Wait, what did I do? Affirm is there. 15802.28. Okay. You will notice that there is a difference between the credits and debits. This is because of a timing difference. This is what I was saying earlier. And this, as an online seller myself, I don't use Shopify. I don't use Shopify, but my system that I use has exactly the same problem. And that is that the individual sales don't always come in on the same day. Like you could buy something today and I may get the money for it tomorrow. I may get the money for it on Monday. It's like there seems to be no rhyme or reason why sometimes the sometimes the sales come in the clearing account and get paid out and sometimes it takes time. I don't, and it's there's no like there does not seem to be a rhyme or reason to it. I don't know why that happens and it's very annoying. But because of that timing difference, then sometimes the deposit will not actually match. And so that's why Veronica has set up this little timing difference slot to accommodate for that very annoying thing. All right, so the timing difference here is 49.50. And hopefully I balanced it. Yay! It's all balanced. 52,713. My eyes are not too bad. All right. Now that the credits and debits match. Why did she say it that way? Credits and debits. It should be now that the debits and credits match, we can save the journal entry. Okay. All right. Woohoo! So, that is it for the exercise. Now, remember, that's only part one of this manual process. The part two now is each of those clearing accounts has money that has to come out of it because they, as a payment processor, they get paid for the money that they're processing. And so they charge a fee. The fee has to get taken out. Um, and when the fee gets taken out, you have to record that. And then the full deposit will come, and that's what you match to the bank feed. And that step 3 is matching it to the bank feed. So all of that is covered in the full video. So watch the full video. And if Shopify is something that you like want to pursue, and e-commerce is like, I don't, it's hardly even the future because it's here. Like it's, like this is what people are doing as e-commerce is just built. I mean, this is an industry that needs highly skilled bookkeepers, and it's super complicated. So if that's your calling, get the course from Mavency, and yeah, and they will help you out. Now, every one of the benefits of having the QBO gym is marketing prompts, is that we provide I'm going to take it off screen share again for a second because sometimes I just got to talk to you. So when we first started creating the gym, I don't know, it was like 6 months into it or something, I just kept hearing people say, oh, I know that I am I'm supposed to be posting on social media, but I don't know what to say. And I just kept thinking, how do you not know what to say? Like, you're learning something new every day. Every time that you learn something new, post it on social media. Like, this is like the point of social media is for you to just wave your flag and remind people what you do. I do a terrible job of it because um I got a phone call over the weekend. Over the weekend, I got a phone call from from an old friend. I have not I don't know when was the last time I talked to him. He moved to Florida years ago. I'm surprised that he even had my phone number still in his phone. But anyway, he moved to Florida years ago. He called me out of the blue and he just said, Margie, all he said was, Margie Remmers, call me. And I was like, what the heck? So I called him and he said, he got this. I guess he used to be in accounting. I didn't even know that that's what he did. Like the last time I knew what he was doing, like right now, what he's doing is he's an event planner. And then the job he had before that, like when I knew him, was he worked for a political party. And then I didn't even know what he did before that. Apparently he was in accounting. And he called me and he goes, Margie, I need your help with QuickBooks. What? So anyway, so he needed some help with QuickBooks. And like I get, we're posting every week about our student, like you guys, and like saying how awesome our students are. But anyway, so it's just a matter of constantly waving your flag. How many real estates do you know? You know all the real estate agents. I left off agents, didn't I? You know all the real estate agents because the real estate agents never stop talking about the fact that they are real estate agents. And how often do you buy a house? Like you buy maybe every 10 years, like you buy a house. Like how often do you need a real estate agent? You don't need a real estate agent that often. But people are buying houses and all of that stuff. And so when somebody says, hey, do you know a real estate agent? You think of the person that who's constantly that they're a real estate agent, right? So that's the point of posting on social media, is to just wave your flag and say, and if you are you don't want to post, things that are, slimy, hire me, I'm an amazing bookkeeper. You want to add value. Okay. So when you add value, just add what we're calling a QBO quick tip. Here's a QBO quick tip to just constantly raise your flag and, wave your flag and say, hey, I am an expert in QuickBooks Online. I'm a bookkeeper, and you're actually providing value. If you're just posting an ad that's slimy, everyone turns you off. Nobody wants to know, nobody wants those. Hire me, I'm the best, I'm the best. Nobody wants those. But if you're actually giving good tips, then people will pay attention. And who was it very early on? Kevin. I said I was going to read this quote later, but now, of course, it's buried. Okay, where did it go? Kevin, where is your thing? Can I, okay, here it is. Okay, here it is. Kevin said, I have been out of commission for a few weeks, but I wanted you to know that we have started working with an accountant who has already sent us 2 clients just because he saw my posted quick tips on LinkedIn. Boom. See, that's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about. All right. So, Uyi says, I never knew Shopify bookkeeping could be a calling. Of course it could be a calling. Oh my gosh, it's so needed. It's needed. All right, so if you, so we provide with the gym these QBO quick tips so that you can use. Now, as you're in the gym proper, you can, you actually earn them while you are, you earn them while you're going through the gym. Like as you learn something, then you unlock the marketing prompts that go with the thing that you just learned. Okay. But, oh, let me turn off this. Okay. But in the exercise of the week, we give you a marketing prompt for every exercise. So here is this week's marketing prompt. QBO quick tip, using Shopify to sell online. Make sure your sales, fees, and payouts are recorded correctly in QuickBooks. Otherwise, your books won't match your deposits and reconciling will be a nightmare. A clean setup now saves major headaches later. Need help? Just say the word. See, all you have to do is post that on your social media. I had somebody say to me recently that they had been posting on social media and that they weren't getting any bites. And I'm like, what I said to her was that it doesn't, like, you're not looking for people to respond to your specific quick tip. It's not a one-to-one relationship. That's not how the universe works a lot of times. Is that you're putting yourself out there, and then like later somebody's going to think of you or whatever. Like my friend who called, like I haven't talked to in, I don't know, 15 years or something, randomly called me out of the blue for help with for help with QBO. Like this is the kind of thing. Okay. So it's all about you putting yourself out there. My business coach, whom I'm going to see in like 3 hours, my business coach that I'm here in South Carolina to go see, he dropped a bomb of wisdom on our coaching call last week. He said, if they don't know you, they can't pay you. I was like, mind blown. If they don't know you, they can't pay you. 2 things I want to tell you about this marketing prompt. First of all, if you need help setting up LinkedIn, setting up, if you want to like learn how to use Canva, If you want to learn, if you want help brainstorming of who you can like be reaching out to, if you want to learn our 3-2-1 method to guarantee that you start getting conversations with clients, if you want to get over your mental hump of like getting yourself out there, if you want to work together with others with a shared goal of helping each other, lifting each other up, then we have the Getting Clients cohort. We're filling for March. Lindsay, did you say the deadline is the 23rd? I can't remember what you said the deadline was for getting signed up, because there's work that you have to do before the cohort starts. So I think the deadline to sign up, yes. So Lindsay is our program manager for that. And so the deadline is February 23rd, because you're going to sign up. You're going to get, there's like all this pre-work that you have to do. And then it actually starts, I don't know, March 1st or something is when you actually start your marketing and getting yourself out there. But the key thing is you're doing it together in a group with encouraging people who can help you like get over your stuff and encourage each other to get out there. Okay, so that's the one thing that I want to say about the cohort. Um, Lindsay Roberts says, if they don't know you, they can't pay you, is going on a post-it as a reminder on my monitor. Isn't that awesome? Okay. The cohort, Joel, did you put that link in the chat? So that people can, or Lindsay can put the link in the chat for the cohort. There it is, Lindsay. Thank you. So you can sign up for the cohort, and if you're a member of the gym, there's discounts available. Okay, so the cohort is $197 for the month, guaranteed for you to land a client conversation. And but you can get discounts by working through the gym. There's like different levels that you'll unlock coupons. And once you have a full year under your belt, you get $100 off. Also, if you're in the cleanup course, you get $100 off. Oh, speaking of the cleanup course, this is exciting. Oh, shoot, there's one more thing I wanted to tell you. I can't forget. Speaking of the cleanup course, March 20th. So Corey is amazing. Corey is our content creator for our cleanup course. She is building, guys, an entirely new module for the cleanup students. If you're in the cleanup course already, you're gonna get it already. Okay, so don't worry about it. But this new module, I can't tell you anything about it yet, but it's coming March 20th. There is going to be a big to do about it to kind of like unveil it. And it's going to be so helpful for you guys. But also, if you're in the cleanup course and you're struggling with the cleanup course because the cleanup is an advanced course, that's when you want the accelerator, because the accelerator is the basic foundation. At some point, we will require, it'll be a prerequisite to either have the accelerator or test out of it before going into the cleanup, because cleanup is an advanced course. Okay. One more thing that I wanted to tell you, and oh my gosh, we're so late today. Okay, one more thing I wanted to tell you. Last week, I showed you how to use ChatGPT to create your QBO quick tips. Okay. So last week, if you watched the recording from last week, I showed you how I just plugged in the link to the exercise. And I said, in the past, I've always written all of the marketing prompts that you see, I just wrote out of my head. But I decided last week, was like, let me see what ChatGPT can do. So I put in the link, and together we walked through how I used ChatGPT to refine that, to refine the marketing. Because at first, it didn't do a good job. At first, it was like it missed the point, right? And then we said, well, that's not quite right. Try again. And we gave it, we refined it. And then we did it again. So we did it through, and on the third try, it gave us a good prompt. Okay. Well, I decided to do it again today for today's prompt. And so I went into that same chat, okay, the same chat that I had set up, because now it has learned. It has learned through our conversation what's good. And I put in the link to the exercise and I said, now try it with this one. And boom, the the um the prompt for today, first try, first try. And it was a great one. Yeah. Joe is saying, when does this end? It ends when I'm done talking. And I talk too much. All right. So Joel's gonna put the link in the chat. I gave it to you. Put the link in the chat about the ChatGPT. So you can go straight to my conversation with ChatGPT and you can use it yourself. Now he kind of like knows a little bit about how to make it's so easy, guys. You're making it harder than it needs to be. Harder than it needs to be. Okay. All right, I think I'm done. All right, I think I'm done for today. All right, so Joel put in the ChatGPT prompt. Joe, we're done. I'm sorry, I talk so much. Okay, let's see. Tara says, I've seen a notification saying that someone is requesting bookkeeping and other clients are available to show requests. Do I have to have LinkedIn Premium to see those requests? I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry. Lindsay Roberts says, we like you talking so much. Archie." Well, you do. Some people do, not everyone does. No, okay. Rosie says, I'm struggling in the cleanup course. I set up 4 clients and was not able to finish on QBO 30-day. I just need 10% to finish, but I found a lot of help from the bookkeeping accelerator. Oh, good. I'm glad you're getting help in the accelerator. I think you mean the final project. I don't know. You might want to just, if you're not getting it done, I would think that the final project, for those who don't know, the cleanup course comes with, like, we're here at Acadian, we're all about hands-on practice. So in the cleanup course, you actually get to do a cleanup. Like you actually get to do a real cleanup in the final project. And you have to have an account, a 30-day free QBO, a real QBO account. You might want to just pay for a month to like get it done. But also you should get faster and faster every time you do it. So anyway, all right, let's see. I know. I will, those of you who are giving me a hard time about teasing the cleanup course, just mark your calendar, March 20th. There's going to be a webinar, I think, and I'm not as involved in it, but I think that there's going to be a webinar on March 20th. I know that I will be there because they asked me to be there and do something, but Corey is, she's creating this new module. It's going to be so helpful. Okay, where is the cohort in Acadian? Acadian.com/cohort. Lindsay or Joel can post it again. All right, let's see. What other questions do we have? I know the suspense is killing me. Oh, interesting. Uyi says, a marketing coach once said to me, the money is in the lurkers. So don't be caught up with the likes and comments. Someone somewhere is watching to pay you. That is a great comment. My business coach now is, he's really big on your reaching out to your followers. But yeah, they could be seeing you. Like, my friend that called me last weekend, He's never liked or commented on anything I've ever posted. I have no idea. Like, honestly, I have no idea. And I don't even like, I own an accounting company. That doesn't mean that like I am a QBO expert. Like, it's just, I don't know, it's just weird that he called me. Okay, let's see what else. Yes, there's a new cord every month, so if you can't do it during tax season, no worries. Let's see. Okay, I think that I have got all of the questions. Yeah. So another another thing that my business coach now says is that attention is the new oil. That's his little phrase. Attention is the new oil. So you waving your flag and getting people's attention, that is, and I think he means like striking oil, like how oil is money. I don't think he means like lubricant, like it's the new oil lubricant. So anyway, all right, guys, it has been way too long. I love hanging out with you guys, but yeah, Joel and I are going to go to lunch. Oh, William is asking, I am certified and a member of the gym, but I don't see the discounted price. If you go to the marketing, so at the end of every month, so in the cool down section, there's a like a little thing. You've finished the whole, actually it's at the end of every section. There's a little thing that says, share I think something like that. And it pulls up all of your marketing prompts that you've earned for that month, or maybe the always, I can't remember. Anyway, and that's where your coupon is. And any coupons that you've earned. So you earn one at 3 months, another one at 6. So you get $30 off at 3 months, $60 off at 6 months, and $100 off when you finish the whole year of the gym. So yeah. So Joel and I are going to go to a fancy restaurant here in Charleston, and then we're going to go see my coach. So I'm excited about that. So Rose, if you haven't yet, try the gym challenge. So Joel, maybe you could post that in the chat for Rose. The gym challenge is you get 5 days and you get to do the first month of the gym. So you can check it out. And also at the end of that first month, you get a discount. And if you've taken any of our courses, you have a student discount on top of that. So that's some ways that you can earn or get some money off of the gym. Angie, what? You're in Charleston? Tara, you're in Charleston? What? Why didn't I know this? Oh my gosh. See, we could have had a meetup. We could have had a meetup in Charleston. And I didn't think about it. I've been focused on this thing in Seattle. So anyone who, I don't know, if you wanted to get together, what would it be like? That's what I need to know. So email us support@acadian.com and tell me, like, what would it be? What would it be if we got together? Would it be a training? Would it be a dinner? Would it be a walk and talk? Would it be, like, what would it be? So anyway, I'm excited. All right, guys, you have a great rest of your weekend, and I will see you next week. Can't wait to hear your success story. Bye-bye.